How's it going out there, people? Of course, I am DJ Cass, and if you see the look of my t-shirt, I am back with the regular show review. Now, I apologize for being away for like about a month. I mean, we haven't had any new episodes, and what's strange is the fact that they haven't even announced any. Like, they've mentioned no previews for the episodes whatsoever. I've tried to go online to see if there's anything new. It turns out there was one that just aired actually online called Donut Factor. Like it was something about Donut Factory, but I'm never gonna check that out, and I'll review that one. But for now, I don't know if this episode aired online or if it even aired at all. I tried to Wikipedia, but it didn't even say nothing about this. But I'm gonna review this episode for you. This one was called Gymblonski. Now, let's go ahead and get this review started. We kicked off the episode with the great continuity of the creative team for keeping us like invested with Rigby. Of course, he's passed everything. I mean, he's went down a hole. This man's gone to China. This guy has done everything that he could just to make sure that he gets his diploma and he graduates. And the one thing that he has left is gym. And the first thing I'm thinking, how do you fail gym? Like seriously, how do you fail gym? All you have to do is just show up. But that's around the point. Yeah, we get that off, and he knows he needs to pass gym. We get to the gym, and get this: the actual gym teacher left because he won the lottery, and he was very specific. I really wanted to hear the rest of that letter. Like it basically was like, I don't have to see your ugly pimpled faces ever again, and having to smell your sweaty cells. It was something that was great. But yeah, anyway, Principal Dean, who's actually kind of grown on me a little bit. Yeah, Principal Dean, he announces that there's going to be a substitute teacher, and lo and behold, his name is Gymblonski. And what's interesting about this was the fact that it was an old enemy, well, pretty much a bully from when Rigby was actually back in high school. So he was now the gym teacher. I thought that was definitely a good way to do it. Like seriously, how do you fail gym? So Gymblonski, old enemy to Rigby. Now, as we get on to the episode, it turns out Gymblonski, he hasn't changed a bit. He's still this big bad bully. He still treats Rigby and the rest of the class bad for that matter. And he was just trying to do, he didn't really say it. And then once Rigby actually complained to Principal Dean, Principal Dean was like, your secret's safe with me. Nobody's going to find out. And then Jablonski, he gets back and he says, well, I need to make an announcement. Somebody ratted me out about my methods about washing their. Yes, they even had him wash his car. The students, they washed his own car. They even did that. But yes. And then so get this, the funny thing about that is that someone ratted me out. Everybody around here gets 20 more laps, but Rigby had to wash some dishes. And I don't know how the heck he found out. I guess that was just instinct. But yeah, of course, as it looks like there's nothing that Rigby can do, and he's about to fail. Like Rigby, he has just been a great character in this season. Like he has just had so much character development. But yeah, and apparently there is one method that he could do to get him a passing grade, and this is called food run. And the way that this works is, I wish we actually got a chance to do this in real life. It was a combination of Need for Speed. Once you see this, the rules of food run is the fact that like two teams call in like drive-through orders. They actually call it cheesers, and they have to race to get their food and then come on back to the school and make it to the finish line. Gymblonski said he never lost one, but Rigby made him a deal. If he won, he gets passing grade. But if Gymblonski won, not only does he fail, but he had to watch him and his little brother's jock straps. And I'm going like, yee, like, oh my God, jock straps. Rigby, you get mad respect. I wouldn't even do that for, like, I just wouldn't do that. But yeah, and get this, the great thing about this is even, of course, Mordecai, but everybody in the gym class actually helps him, and it was the return of Don. And we all know who Don is. We all thought he was the big brother, but it turns out he's the little brother. And get this, he actually let him use his car. So we get to the race. They both called cheesers, and they race all the way. And the guy said when they got here that it was his first day. Rigby had to go inside to get his food. However, Gymblonski, he went to the drive-through, which I thought was hilarious. And then as they turn around back, they actually had to go through. The sign literally says it. Welcome to the bad part of town. I thought that was great. That should see. We're not alone out here, people. We're not alone, if you know what I mean. But yeah, of course they get back to the school, and as it looks, they get this like that was some real Need for Speed in that moment. Like they just kept their cars just flip from side to side to like bumping each other, and it stops, and they get to the sidewalk, and of course, as it looks like Rigby was about to lose, he then pulls a rabbit out of the hat and he wins. And of course, and get this, Principal Dean was hilarious. He said he was just like, "When, Rigby, when, so you can finally get out of my school." Like it was just fantastic. I thought that was definitely great. And then, of course, Rigby, you talk about a class act. This Gymblonski did everything he could to fail Rigby and still buoy him. Even going all the way back to his high school days, Rigby still showed some respect and even told Gymblonski, "It's all right, man. We can't live in the high school days." And Gymblonski, I'll give him credit. Like he manned up. Man up. Yeah, he definitely manned up. And of course, he passed Rigby, all was well and good. And this means Rigby has passed all of his classes. He's got everything he needs to graduate. And that was Gymblonski. Overall thoughts on this episode? Really loved it. I just so loved it because this definitely had again, Rigby was the underdog in this. He's still trying to get through. And I really like the continuity and the consistency of what they've been doing with Rigby still trying to continue of going back to high school and getting his diploma. Like I said earlier in this review, Rigby has just had so much character development throughout this season. It has just been so great, and it has so been fun to watch. But yeah, people, this was my regular show review. Hopefully you get a chance to check out Gymblonski, and I will see you next time. Peace out.